feeling guilt.
But would a bachelor feel this way? And P.Diddy's latest hit, why he allegedly took a swing at his kid's coach. Plus, will sexting upgrade the heat in your relationship or lead to an epic fail? What you need to know before you hit send. And, of course, you're counting the minutes until Empire Strikes Back on TV. Derek Luke reveals if he'll be giving Cookie sugar next season and how he's going rogue this summer. This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez, and Raven-Symoné. And today, Michelle Collins hits the co-host chair. It all starts now.
Something's up with my... I keep sliding off my chair. What the hell?
I got you.
But I need a booty thing in my chair.
You need a booster like what I have for Liam in a restaurant.
It's look, it's
Do we
like
have a booster chair?
It's sliding. I'm sliding down. It's very bizarre. Anyway, welcome to The View. Anyway, so we have to start by clearing something up. You know. Yesterday, we said that there was a pastor who said that women who yell, "Oh God," during sex should be jailed. It turns out it was a fake story from a human website, so we apologize to the pastor. We're sorry. Okay. You know, now, periodically we have to do this, because, you know, people get upset, you know, because if it didn't happen, and we said it did, it's kind of rotten. So we have to say, you know.
Good news for everybody here.
You
We
know.
can now yell God during sex.
That's right.
I'm happy for what you are. I feel more blessed now. So thank you very much.
So it looks like the calls to take down the Confederate flag have been heard because South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley says it's time. And along with Senator Lindsey Graham and other Southern lawmakers, Walmart also said they will remove all Confederate flag merchandise from their stores. And do you think people are finally maybe understanding that it's a symbol of a divided country? I mean, it came about because we had split during the Civil War, and we are one America. And if we have two flags, so what do you think really made people hear it this time in a way they didn't, 4, 5, 20 years ago?
Well, I think that it's really sad that it took 9 beautiful lives to make people wake up.
Yep.
That said, I'm glad that their eyes are finally open, because it is time. Unfortunately, there's some people that are not behind it, specifically Ted Cruz. And what I said yesterday about why they won't condemn the flag is because they are looking to their constituents. They don't want to alienate certain voters. And John McCain, when he was running, he lost in 2000 to George W. Bush. He wouldn't address the situation. And then he finally admitted, I feared that if I answered honestly, I could not win the South Carolina primary. So I chose to compromise my principles. I broke my promise to always tell the truth. Congratulations, John McCain. I mean, that's what a stand-up guy does. That's what a stand-up... He admitted that he was playing politics and compromised his principles. And I wish the ones who are running for office now would admit the same.
Well, let me just say, I don't do this very often, but let me defend Ted Cruz. What Ted Cruz said was that he thought it was a state's issue. So it's not but it's not that Republicans, and there are only a couple of them at this point, who didn't call for the rule of the flag, were for the flag. They thought it should be left up to the state. And in the end, it was the state that solved this problem. So Lindsey Graham, who was here on the day of the attack...
So did John McCain. Senator John McCain did the same thing. He said it was a state issue. I don't think that the issue of civil rights is a state issue. I think it's a nation issue.
I don't disagree with you.
I think it's kind of crazy that Walmart actually removed the flag before the states. Like Walmart, which to me, what I would like to see are the angry shoppers of Walmart going to buy their Confederate flags today and just like so angry. Like the angry racists going to Walmart today. I need a camera on that. Because that would be entertaining.
I also think at some point you beat a dead horse. I mean, the flag's coming down. I loved these emails that were unearthed by our mutual friend Anna Navarro when Jeb Bush took down the Confederate flag
in 2000.
In the year 2000. I worked for him at the time. He had a very active email account. It's jeb@jeb.org if you want to email him. He might write you back. That's not a smallly held group.
Excuse me, by the way, they still have to vote on whether they're going to take the flag down, right?
But they have a lot of
in
support.
South Carolina.
And even it's a vote by the state legislature, but even people in the state legislature who support it. And let me just say that yesterday I was incapable of articulating why some people might want the flag. The very, very few people who wanted the flag, it was because their ancestors had died defending the South. So it was broader than racism. And I want to say that some people that think that issues should be left to the state really do think that outsiders coming in and trying to make political points is inappropriate. But listen, this is over. I believe the flag's coming down. But I love what Jeb said to people who emailed him at his email address, jeb@jeb.org, and were surprised that he emailed them back. So he took the flag down, and some people in Tallahassee and in the state of Florida were mad at him. And they wrote to Jeb, "You're a Yankee trying to run a southern state. You just don't get it, do you? Sir, I voted for you, but I never will again. I know you'll never read my emails. You'll have one of your flunkies respond." I was one of the flunkies. Jeb writes back, "Mr. Jenkins, I am reading your email, and I don't have flunkies around me." Thanks, Governor. "You will be able to see the flags that flew over Florida in the Museum of Florida History, proudly displayed," which is where we said yesterday, any symbol of racism, any symbol of hatred, any symbol of the past that causes these terrible feelings belong in a museum.
We should be able to go and see, and teachers should be teaching about why this flag came into fruition.
And how far we've come. I mean,
how far we've come.
Yeah. I would love to see what the racial terrorist feels now. He did all of this, and look how much change he's starting. Not the way that he wanted to, but the way that it should happen.
I think my fear is that it's actually going to make racists angrier. Like it's almost gonna, you know what I mean?
I want to really make sure we're not calling everybody who's for keeping the flag a racist, because that is not correct. Okay, there are people who feel that is part of their history. It is part of your history, and it's not anyone is disrespecting it, but it is also part of American history that we really need to move forward from, because it is one America. It is, in spite of what a lot of people say, it's one country, one flag. The red, white, and blue with the stripes and the stars.
One nation, indivisible.
You would want a pot leaf flag if it was your country, right? Maybe.
Well, I would put an addition. I would have a pot leaf flag on my house.
But you know it's one America.
But I also believe, the Civil War came about because the states decided, one group of states said, we want slavery, the other group of states said, we don't, and there was a fight. And the people that said, we don't want it, we have our own flag, we're doing our own thing. Well, it didn't work out the way everybody thought it was going to work out, and now we are one America under one flag, one flag. And speaking of angry people, there are many angry people online, as we all know. But there's a new trend of women who are live tweeting their periods. Yes. For example, one lady warns, "Don't think I won't kill you and eat you today." Because she had a period.
There's another girl who goes, "I feel like a house. I got on these too tight ripped jeans and I look like a marshmallow tied up in rubber bands."
I did tweet that. I want to add, that was me. I'm being honest. Another tweet, which I find this idea horrifying, but we'll get to that. She says, "I ate like 7 meals today, and yet my uterus is telling me to eat more. I can't afford this damn organ." I'm like, does she know about the dollar menu, first of all? But
the dollar menu is amazing on that time.
I love a dollar menu.
I like to call it Shark Week. I make sure that everyone knows it, and I think that guys need to get over it. Yes, I'm coming for guys who are like, "Ew, don't tweet it, don't tweet it." No, y'all need to know.
But why do you have to tell people? I'm shut down.
Put me in with the grossed out guys. Like, I think this is your generation.
I'm not tweeting pictures. I'm not tweeting the trash can. I'm letting you know. No, I'm letting you know I have an attitude today.
Too old to function in today's society.
Why not just say, "No, attitude"? Why not say that? Why tweet it?
Just Instagram a picture of like the Japanese flag, just that big old red circle, and be like, "Y'all know what I mean." Gotta go.
I'm doing that.
Do that. That's for you.
This recording artist in the 90s, Monica, she wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
It was called Just One of Those Days.
Yes.
Just one of them days.
That's not clear.
Well, I don't have to worry about it because them days are over for me. We'll be right back with more Hot Time.
This is no nasty rumor. Janet Jackson's back to drop her first single in 7 years, and it's driving Miss Simone raving mad. Next.
Welcome back. Hey, a Glamour magazine article listed their rules when it comes to sexting in a relationship. They claim you should not start sexting until the 5th date. Or to wait until you've actually had sex. What do you girls think?
I wait until the 27th date. I'm known for that. I don't know. I think that doing it too soon... Okay, everyone just relax. There's like a... I think sexting too soon is actually a bad idea. Leave them something to desire. I just don't... I think you come off a little too aggressive,
But
maybe.
that's what the sext is for, the desire picture. It's like, you know, just a little bit to show, hey, this is what I got going on moving forward.
Yeah.
I have... moving forward. Before I tell my story, anybody who's sexting, don't put your face in the picture. Then you won't get caught. But I have someone in my family... friend in the older generation. And she asked me about sexting her boyfriend, and I say, you know, you're not 25, right? So put on your yoga clothes, go behind a curtain with the light behind you, and do like a cute little Janet silhouette moment.
Like the Beyonce.
Like a Beyonce
moment.
You know, that thing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you do a weight loss picture with your heels on and a nightie.
What does that mean? Like big pants? What's a weight loss
a nightie.
picture?
A weight loss picture is like, look, and it's just from the neck down, but not, you know, bottom half.
But like Hubble telescope,
It's
right?
just like a nice bra, like a high up, but
angle.
still cut with a bra, with like a nightie and maybe some contouring, and then text it. And sorry, I'm all over this.
No, I know.
Also feel.
That's okay. I'm
I also
fascinated
feel
by
it's
this.
wonderful.
too.
I love that. So there's two types of sex.
This happen?
There's
like,
two types.
Like
There's-
while you're at work because you can't.
That's
Why don't
the
you
word.
just go over and have sex?
Well, this gives them something to think about.
No, calm down.
Like I'm confused. Like, does it replace the phone sex? What is sexting? What is its purpose in a relationship?
I feel it's like the foreplay before the foreplay.
So before you get there, like
I'm coming for you. Boo.
okay, and here's
then
what you'll get when I arrive in an hour.
Oh, yes, but not so sterile. Not so in an hour, just like.
ETA 60 minutes, bra on body. See you there. That's like my sexting. That's why I'm
I'm just going to throw out. I'm just going to throw out one thing.
Yeah.
Sony hack. That's all I'm putting out.
That's why I said don't put your face in the picture.
Yeah,
No, but wait, right back at you, Kim Kardashian. You could be famous if you're hacked. Right? Didn't she get famous for making a sextagrama?
Yes, she did. It was a beautiful, amazing sex tape, by the way. What a beautifully shot sex tape.
Maybe, right? When you,
She wasn't.
Do I have my
Full
Kardashian
production.
history wrong?
No.
Isn't that how she's famous?
That is how she's
Why are you
famous,
looking at
yes.
So if you get hacked, you could be the next Kardashians. And
Ray J doesn't want to talk about it, so we'll move forward.
But I'm just saying, if you sext and you lose your phone,
you could be famous.
if you don't have...
She's wrong. For once, she's wrong. Lose your phone, drop your phone, leave it in the park, and you'll have your own reality show.
Or the opposite. It ruins careers too, you know.
A sex tape, I think, is different than sexting.
Really?
Yeah, because a picture doesn't move.
But if you send a lot, you could string them together.
This is the 1920s sexting.
But I just, you know, the thing that would bother me is, you know, I don't know. Somebody finds your phone, somebody steals your phone, you can't wipe it clean because you forgot to put the wipe it clean thing on.
Or if you're using somebody else's phone to sext,
yeah,
and they can't like do it.
Take a picture.
And mail it.
You know,
Snail
and
mail.
you can... No. Yes. You know, you can put it in your picture maker. What? No, not your Dropbox. No.
Yes.
No, what is it called?
Everything beautiful in Photoshop.
No,
I look so thin in Photoshop.
HB makes a thing where you can put your photographs coming out.
Printer?
It's.
Wait, hold on. What is
that? Can get the cloud?
No. This is no. Don't do that.
They made a movie about that.
No, there's a thing. There's a machine. There's a little machine that goes.
We're gonna go.
Yes, and you can have the picture come out, and all you have is that one picture.
Well, I lived in that's what the copy machine is for, and then they can put pictures up. Like, then you can copy it.
But how do you know you're going to stay with them? I'm sick of this conversation. I'm sick of this conversation. You know what? Go ahead and sex to whoever you want to, and if the poop hits the fan, it's on you. Okay? Last night, apparently, Caitlyn the Bachelorette. Good God.
Sorry.
I feel like I'm getting my period now. She got intimate with Bachelor Nick, and she had some major morning after regret.
I hate that.
Take a look.
The off-camera time that I had with Nick was unexpected. It just came out of nowhere, and it was great. But waking up in the morning, I definitely am feeling guilt. I don't necessarily feel guilty about the act. It's more just guilt from caring about other relationships that I have. And I've never done this before. I've never dated this many guys and had to feel this guilt. And I do.
What is under the table? We can't do this without you, Captain.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, take us away.
This chick is dating dozens of guys at once. She's having a problem now, apparently, because this is a shocking state of events where you got 15 guys about.
It's a lot of work. It's like exhausting. By the way, the way she looked, have we not all been there? Like the way she looked over that balcony. Usually the Bachelorette is so beautiful, like put together. I mean, she looked like real hot garbage, like dangling over that balcony like a corpse. I'm sorry, that was like a problem.
She was like in a hotel. It looked like she was in one of those old hotels where, you know, it's $6 an evening. My God.
That's what it is. That's what it's called.
You know what? When the guys do it on The Bachelor, nobody says anything, and the guys sleep with all the girls.
We do because they go to their hoes too.
No, they are.
Male hoes, female hoes, no hoe unturned. We'll be right back with even more hot topics.
Hold on tight for the high-flying feline whose 9 lives are hanging by a thread. Next.
About reality TV, you know, here's another reality TV relationship, and it's apparently over. Reports that millionaire matchmaker Patty Stenger has broken up with her fiance.
She can't keep a man.
No?
She cannot. I love Patty, and I love Millionaire Matchmaker.
Did you do Millionaire Matchmaker?
I have $5, and no rich man wants me. But let me add that, no, I didn't do it. I did meet Patty, though, funny enough, on Joy Behar's show many years ago. And her advice for me to meet a man was to go to a steakhouse, sit by myself at the bar, order a steak, read a book, and that the men were just going to come to me. So I did it. I went, I ordered the biggest steak on the menu. I brought my Eat, Pray, Love. I sat there. I paid $80.
That was your problem.
That's what she told me. That's what she told me to do. I said, Patty knows her stuff. And meanwhile, she's like getting divorced, but it's not the point. Not divorced, she's breaking up. But the point is, I sat there, paid $85 for a steak, got through 2 chapters, and went home by myself. So let's talk about it. It did not work.
Well, let me tell you something. It wasn't your steak. It was your book.
It's okay. I'm okay, everyone. You think it was my book? What book would work?
Okay, go. But you need a book. You need like some boxer's biography.
Fox's biography, politics.
Yeah. Bring the Dreams of My Fathers by Obama's book.
Freakonomics, so he knows that you like understand Freakonomics.
Yeah.
I just bring like a big textbook from from Harvard. I'm very smart and I love steak.
You can't read about like a woman's pilgrimage through divorce.
Well, I mean,
that's not
the steak is scary though. I'm surprised she didn't say a salad or like
guys hate chicks that eat salad.
Who wants to eat it?
They eat more salad than we do. Stay skinny.
No, that's only in New York.
Give me meat. Give me beer.
Yeah, they're like,
give me beer.
It's a good steak.
You know? Hey, speaking of a good steak, the music world is buzzing right now because for the first time in 7 years, the amazing and fabulous Janet Jackson is dropping a new single. And Raven, who adores Janet, and Janet, you know we want you to come on, baby.
Janet, don't do it.
But I'll send you an email, girl.
You have Janet Jackson's email?
Yeah. Is it janet@jackson.com? I bet you anything. Here's a tip. Every celebrity email is like name@me.com. You want to email any celebrity, you're welcome. Go for it. Am I wrong?
No, actually.
I know.
But that's okay. You're losing your mind over this. Why?
Janet Jackson is back. Okay. She's the queen. I'm good. I'm good. She's the queen of all queens. I've met her twice. I couldn't speak each time. Nasty, Miss You Much, Escapade, Together Again, every concert. The reason I am a singer and oh hi. She is probably deny.
Girl,
I can't
speak.
look at her. Try to deny it. Say something, babe. Say something. Say something. I dare y'all to come for Janet. I will come over and tweet you back because this woman is genius. She's spectacular. She said, you know what? I'm famous as all can be, but I'm gonna leave and let you miss me and then come back. Some people need to take a note. You need to go away. Let me miss you and come back.
You want somebody to go away so you can miss them.
And come back.
And then come back.
And come back and be on stage. And what is she gonna do? Is she gonna go and tie them down on the stage again and dance on top of them? What is she gonna do? And you know what else I liked about Janet?
What did you like
Let me
about
tell you
Janet?
what I liked about Janet.
Tell me everything.
She came back not with a 2015 song. She came back as Janet Jackson. She didn't try to go and be like super.
She came back as her.
She came back as her.
Okay.
And thank you, Janet, for doing it.
I've never seen you so impassioned.
Last time I met Janet, I went like this. I couldn't breathe. I cried on the toilet.
She's a lovely, lovely, lovely woman.
Great girl.
She's graceful. She's classy. And she does put on an amazing show, and I can't wait to see you.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see you.
Really
Listen,
nice
look, this young lady is top of the line. She's a top of the line woman. She's a great woman. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to switch it up. Talk about other people.
Sorry.
Because we don't want this guy to go away and come back, because he already did that. New York Yankee Alex Rodriguez just got his 3,000th hit, right? And there's a lot of people who are calling for the fan who caught that hit to give it back to him.
I'm sorry.
But the fan is apparently a serious sports memorabilia collector and says he's not going to do it. And why are you booing him?
Why is that wrong?
He got the ball.
Keepers, losers, weepers. He can buy it from him with his gazillion dollars.
You know?
I wouldn't give that ball back.
I'm probably the only one here that disagrees. You guys know I'm a sports head, and I just think that it's, they gave it back. The person who caught Jeter's ball gave it back to him.
You mean that idiot that caught Jeter's ball? No. Sorry. The guy could have made millions. He
could have made millions, but it was a momentous. It was a moment in Derek Jeter's career that he wanted to remember, and he gave it back, and I just thought it was a classy thing to do. That said, I think it's the guy's right to keep the ball if he wants to keep the ball, but I would give it back. And if Derek was a classier guy, I agree with Nicole. Pay the man. Give him the money. You got millions. Just give it to him.
I was reading that they might make it illegal for the fans to keep the balls because of like this whole situation, that they might actually like, you know, come up with some kind of rule where the fan has to give the ball back because it's like
These
property.
players have gazillion dollars. They have like houses for their balls. I mean,
I've been there, and I've been there.
It's ridiculous.
But I said it.
Give it.
That is definitely a part of that message that you should send somebody. That's definitely a sex.
Let me come over to the house for your balls. Great sex.
But I would just drive over. I would never. I can barely take a picture on my phone. No, I would never do that.
Oh, Nicole, we love you.
What? We're gonna go and come right back. We'll be right back.
I would never.
And the president just dropped the N-word in an explosive new interview. But find out why that's not the most shocking thing he said next.
Obama surprised a lot of people by appearing on the podcast of comedian and actor Marc Maron. Now, the president took on a lot of different subjects, but here's the moment people just can't stop talking about. Take a listen.
It's not just a matter of it not being polite to say public. That's not the measure of whether racism still exists or not.
Right now, we are joined on the phone by comedian and actor Marc Maron. Hey, Marc.
How you doing?
So I think everyone really wants to know, how did you get President Obama to come to your garage for the interview, and how long have you been working on this?
Well, that's a good question. About a year ago, my producer, Brendan, gets a call from the White House saying, yeah, we like the show. We're thinking about doing something. Very vague. And he told me, and I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, that's going to happen. And then we kept checking in with them, and then it became clear that they're like, you know, we'd like the president to do the show. So I said to my producer, all right, so what do I got to do? Go to the White House? Or I got to meet him at a hotel? And then he says, no, he wants to come to the garage. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Marc, can I ask you to detail for us the security precautions that were taken when the leader of the free world was inside your house?
Well, yeah, so, you know, it's something you don't really think you'll hear as a homeowner. I have a small house, a 2-bedroom with 1-bathroom house. I never thought that anyone would ask, you know, like, where do you think a good location for the snipers would be? So...
Did you swiff? Did you like do an extra swiffing knowing Obama's coming over? I would have bought the 360, you know, all of that.
Well, I was grateful that, you know, it was just, the precautions were pretty insane. They had to tent my entire driveway, which is about 100 feet. They basically built the tunnel. They told no one could park in my neighborhood, so I was real popular with the neighbors for a day. And then they tented the street where his car would pull up. And then they really had to create a parameter. My neighbor, Dennis, was very nice to let snipers sit on his roof. And they didn't come into the house. He was just going to walk directly up the driveway to meet me. I got 2 cats, so, you know, they had a bomb-sniffing dog in my house. And I was like...
That's hilarious. Okay, so...
I was like, what am I going to do with these cats? And they're like, look, you can just lock them in the bedroom. We'll do that by hand. So my cats are great.
So the president gets to your house. You invite him in. He sits down. Did you offer him water? Does he take ice in his water? Did you give him coffee? Did you give him some goldfish?
You know, I gave him pretzels. No, I did not. You know what's interesting about the president? They travel with their own food service person. So before he even got here, this woman walks in with a nice to-go cup of tea and a napkin coaster. So and he actually left these items here. I have the to-go cup with the presidential seal on it and a napkin with the presidential seal on it.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome.
I love that.
Hey, Marc, how are you?
Good.
Hope to meet you in person one day. So what exactly was the conversation about? What did you talk about?
Well, you know, we had done a lot of planning for this, you know, a week or so anyways. I was on vacation reading his first book, and my producer flew to my house to deal with Secret Service and whatnot. So yeah, it was supposed to be a sort of broad, you know, maybe even lighthearted conversation. But after the horrible events in Charleston, you know, we knew we had to sort of talk about that, and that changed the tone a bit. But it did get us to a lot of places. about guns, about race. But, you know, we talked about family. We talked about, you know, his presidency, how he's evolved as a person. We talked about comedy a little bit. But a lot of stuff was covered. But it was probably a little more intense and a little more serious than we thought it was going to be.
Hey, Mark, when he gave the quote about the N-word, what did you think? Were you surprised that he said the word that everyone beeps every time somebody says it?
Well, Whoopi, you know, we're comedians. We've been having conversations about words for decades.
Yes.
So, you know, when he said that, you know, he said it to make a point about the word. He didn't use the word as the word.
Yes.
And the truth is, And I think if you listen to the interview, and he talks later about the echo chamber, you know, stifling, you know, progress. Right. That, you know, it's exactly what they did with the word. They took it out of context. Yes. And they made it about the word and not about the broader point about racism being part of this country's DNA. Yes. And it was really irresponsible.
Yeah, I think so too. Listen, Mark. I don't know when you get to New York, but we would love to just have you come here and be with us in person at some point, because you're just
a great interview.
You're a fantastic interview, and it's just you're a great cat. You know, you're just a good guy.
And hilarious.
Yes.
I'd love to do it. I'll come by. I'll come by next time I'm in town.
All right, baby. Our thanks to Mark Maron. We'll be right back with the amazing Derek Luke, y'all. Season 3 of Rogue premieres tomorrow night on DirecTV's Audience Network. Thank you, Michelle Collins. Have a great day. Thank you for coming. Please take a little time to enjoy the view.